Joining us in the studio now is Alan Landau. He's a Chief Executive Officer of Novel Asset Management. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. It is Novel, not Novell. Novell. Alan, let's talk about diamonds. And you know, 40% up. But how do you actually? It's not a liquid market.
No, you know, people buy diamonds. They buy physical diamonds.
People rarely sell them.
People buy and sell diamonds, but people aren't investing in diamonds. It's only really recently that's even the smallest bit of the diamond market is open to investors. So it's a very different market than the gold market, which is highly speculative.
Right. So, I mean, how do you, for instance, do you buy physical diamonds for your fund?
Absolutely. So what my group is part of a company called Novel Collection, which is a global vertically integrated diamond manufacturing and trading company. So for the last 20 years, we've been buying and selling diamonds to retailers, to people in the trade. So this is just a fund is just really creating kind of structure around the existing company so that investors can come in and enjoy the kind of huge returns that we've historically gotten in this market.
And I've got to put it to you, though, I mean, this is a cartel which manages what happens in terms of diamond prices. You've got De Beers and the Russians involved here, so they carefully manage the supply of these precious stones.
Actually, that's really not true. In fact, right now, what you see is diamond mines are at really peak production right now, capacity. So there's really not any new supply. The supply that's there, people are buying it up. There's a huge demand for it. And most of the diamonds that are sold rough from the mines, unlike, say, 10 years ago when De Beers controlled the lion's share of that market, most of it's at tender. So there's an open market now for buying the rough diamonds. So it's not controlled, as many people think incorrectly.
So do you buy the rough stuff?
Well, Novel Collection, which we're part of, buys rough diamonds. But the fund does not buy rough from Novel Collection. It's kind of a conflict of interest. We're simply buying the polished diamonds from the connections that we have around the world amongst different manufacturers who are cutting and polishing.
So it's buy and hold, essentially?
No, absolutely not. In fact, this is a strategy that is not buy and hold. The idea behind this is really to trade the spread, to buy at the kind of the wholesale price and sell at the retail price, which is a huge spread.
Okay, so that's how you did. Why isn't anybody else doing that?
It's very difficult to do this because it's a highly specialized business. It's a family business in many ways. So you see a lot of the big players around the world, this has just stayed in their family for a long time. And it's just not been something that many of the diamond professionals who don't have the experience in finance have introduced to investors. It's really took me on the investor side to bring it to a fund, to create a fund for an existing diamond company.
Right. What about the different types of diamonds as well? I mean, you've got those flawed ones, you've got perfect ones as well, which are very rare, and coloured ones. I mean, so how do you differentiate here? Well,
our fund is only going to be purchasing diamonds with values of $1 million or greater. So this is almost entirely colored diamonds, pinks, blues, mixed hue diamonds like grayish blue or pinkish purple, these kinds of things. So these are very special diamonds. They're not like the ones that you see that you put on your wife's finger, 5-carat flawless. I'm sure maybe you did.
Oh yeah. That's a likely story. Anyway, but what sort of attention are you getting here? And you know, what a global fund's looking at you now as well.
This is really a product that's geared primarily for ultra high net worth family offices. I think institutional investors are going to be beginning to look at this. You see that some of the big institutions around the world are buying gold. I think it's just a matter of time that they see the benefit of buying diamonds as well.
We said the diamond prices are up for 40% so far this year. How much would your fund be up?
Well, we just launched, and we're closing the fund in October to new investors. So
what are you targeting, in other words?
We're going to be looking to get in excess of 20% net returns annually to investors, but with a volatility of like 5% or lower. So this is that's what's really great about diamonds. Diamonds are a low correlation asset, low correlated to other asset classes, very good inflation hedge, and you have the possibility for huge returns in diamonds. Not because diamond prices are going up, but simply because you can trade the spread. The bid-ask spread is so big.
Alan, that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much indeed. Please stop by again. Alan Landau there from Novel Asset Management.